Throughout the 1960s, the sword and sandal, or peplum, genre dominated the box office. But by the 1990s, these ancient epics were considered a relic of the past, and Hollywood had completely abandoned them. This made Ridley Scott's pitch to studios a massive financial gamble. He asked for $103 million to resurrect the dead genre, betting a fortune on a style of filmmaking that hadn't seen a hit in decades. The production was chaotic from the start. The studio greenlit the movie with a script that was essentially unfinished, leaving the crew to figure out major story beats while the clocks were already running. This lack of preparation led to intense frustration on set. Lead actor Russell Crowe often had to write his own lines, including the iconic speech where he describes his farm's soil black like my wife's hair, drawing on his own feelings of being away from home. Despite the script issues and the high budget, the production resulted in a $458 million global success. It didn't just earn its money back, it won 5 Oscars and became a major cultural hit. To give the film a sense of scale, the crew traveled to Malta and built a 52-foot physical replica of the Roman Colosseum. Even at this size, it was only a 1/3 scale version of the original. To complete the arena, Scott brought in a British visual effects company called The Mill. They used computer-generated imagery to build the remaining 2/3 of the structure over the physical set. The Mill populated this digital stadium by recording live actors from different angles and duplicating them to create 35,000 virtual spectators. They also used digital tools to integrate tigers into the arena fights, making the combat sequences feel crowded and dangerous. This combination of massive physical builds and early digital crowd technology provided a new visual model for historical films. It showed that the ancient world could be recreated on a grand scale without needing tens of thousands of real extras. The film production faced a major crisis when core cast member Oliver Reed died suddenly before finishing his scenes. The filmmakers spent $3.2 million in post-production to create a digital double of Reed. By mapping a 3-dimensional mask of his face onto a body double shot in shadows, they were able to complete his performance. Overcoming this tragedy showed that the production had mastered its digital toolkit. They were able to ensure the movie's completion and preserve the performance of a key actor through technology. The movie works because it focuses on a clear emotional conflict between the honorable Maximus and the fearful, ambitious Commodus. But that drama relies on ignoring historical facts. While the film shows Commodus murdering his father, Marcus Aurelius, history suggests the elder emperor actually died of a plague in a military camp. The real Commodus didn't die in the arena either. He was strangled in a bathhouse by a wrestler after a reign that lasted over 12 years, a far less cinematic end than the one shown in the movie. Maximus himself is a complete total fiction. He is essentially a composite of different historical archetypes, the slave leader Spartacus and the Roman general Cincinnatus, who famously left his farm to save Rome and then gave up his power to return to his fields. Ridley Scott prioritized an emotionally satisfying revenge story over a literal biography. By creating a myth instead of a documentary, he gave audiences a hero they could actually care about. Within the film industry, this success triggered the Gladiator effect, a sudden, widespread return to the historical epic. This chart shows how the trend exploded. In the years following 2000, studios launched a wave of massive epics, including films like Troy, 300, and Kingdom of Heaven. The film's high profit margins turned ancient history into a viable business model for major studios, proving that these types of movies were worth the investment again. The impact reached beyond the box office and into the real world, causing a significant spike in public interest regarding Roman history. After the film's release, bookstores saw an immediate and surprising surge in the sales of biographies of the Roman politician Cicero. There was a similar explosion in readers buying Meditations, the personal philosophical notes of Marcus Aurelius, as a new generation discovered Stoicism through the film. By choosing an emotional story about a man trying to reach his family over dry historical dates, the filmmakers built a version of the past that people have connected with more deeply than the textbooks ever did.